Okay, hi Raj. So we've got another set of essays from you. Great. While looking at this essay, I'll also address some of the questions that you asked, so let's get into it. Okay, it's the terrible restaurant. Dear Sir, Madam, I'm writing to express my discontent with the meals that my family and I had at your restaurant, the Big Chili's, last Saturday. I'm hoping that you will take measures to improve your service and food quality. I chose your restaurant with a hope to enjoy our dinner and celebrate our special occasion, as your restaurant is famous for its ambiance, staff behavior, and food quality. But last night, it was a big disappointment as the table which I had booked was allocated to someone else and I had to wait for about half an hour to be seated. Okay, fine. One little problem, we never start sentences with but, especially not in a formal letter. It should have been however or yet, but certainly not but. Moreover, the meals served were not up to, that should have been 2 words, the standard of your restaurant. The starters served were tasteless and unsavory. In addition, the main course was not any better, as our chili chicken and fried rice were served cold and raw. For dessert, we ordered a whole dark chocolate cake with candles to, not commensurate, that's the wrong word, you wanted commemorate our anniversary. Instead, we were served slices of red velvet cake. At the end of this awful experience, I was forced to pay for the services I had not received. In this view, I demand a full refund of money paid at your restaurant. I also want you to take strict action on this matter, and please omit the dishes from your menu if your cook is not good at preparing them. I hope to hear from you soon regarding this matter. Yours faithfully. Okay, Roger's lovely. I didn't see any of the problems with articles that I saw in some of your previous writing. It's really quite good. Accurate, eloquent, fine. I mean, there were just a couple little mistakes that I already mentioned, but on the whole, it's a very, very, very well-written letter. So, good job. You know, I don't know if maybe all this discussion about your use of articles helped you to write this one better. If that's the case, then I'm happy about that. But that was really quite good. So now let's take a look at this one about marriage and birth in your 30s. Okay, so let's take a look now at your task 2, marriage and birth in your 30s. In this modern society, there are numerous people getting married and having children in their 30s. In my opinion, I consider this trend as a positive development, as it helps people to build their careers and support their families in a more efficient manner. There are a plethora of reasons which encourage people to marry after the age of 30. Firstly, getting married late promotes understanding between a couple. This is because both partners are mature enough to comprehend the needs and desires of the opposite sex. Young couples are more impulsive, reactive, and career-oriented, which can lead to divorces. Likewise, mature couples are calmer, settled, and family-oriented. Hence, they understand the needs of their spouse and children. As a result, there are more chances of running a family successfully. Secondly, in today's era of cutthroat competition, people have to devote a considerable amount of time during their youth to build their careers. This leaves very little, very little time for starting a family. Full stop. However, most of the people achieve their goals and dreams in their 30s, and they can hand over, 2 words, the responsibilities and tasks to their junior staff. This can give them enough time and energy for their family. Finally, this trend helps in perfect upbringing of children, as parents in their 30s are settled and have a stable source of income. Hence, they are able to provide better financial securities to their children by bearing their educational and personal expenses. For example, a recent empirical research by Oxford University proves that about 80% of mature parents provide better child care than young parents, because mature parents have more experience about the feeling, emotions, personality, and personality of other people. In conclusion, late marriage and conception is a positive development, as people in their 30s are mature enough to understand the family needs and are financially able to support their family. Okay, this is lovely. You can see that I got through both of your essays really quickly. That means that there wasn't any place that created a strain for me to read. It was very fluid. It was written very fluently, very naturally. It was lovely. My one complaint about this essay is this paragraph. As you probably know through the course, we typically recommend a 4-paragraph structure. You decided to go for 5 paragraphs. I felt that this one was probably the weakest paragraph, partially because you already talked about somewhere else that, where was it? You said it somewhere. I can't remember. Anyway, I thought at some point you mentioned this idea of needing your 20s to develop your career. I think that I would have gotten rid of this. And perhaps what you could have done is maybe take some of these ideas and split them into both paragraphs. I'm not really sure how you could do this, but I would have preferred something like that. So, in other words, having one paragraph focusing just on marriage and having another paragraph focusing just on childbirth in your 30s, I think is a great idea. And you could potentially mention these things about career and focus on your career in a younger age in both paragraphs. I think that would be appropriate. So that's kind of how I would do this. The grammar was good. There were a couple of little areas, a couple little things, minor things, vocabulary and grammar. But again, nothing really serious. So these are well-written essays. So, I mean, like I said before when I was reading your task 1, perhaps these issues with your articles is something that now you're a little more cognizant of, and so that you're working on it. If that's the case, then great, you're doing a good job. Keep it up. If you're looking for resources on articles, I'm sure we can come up with some for you just to revise, but a good advanced grammar book of English will help you and, you know, kind of refresh your memory about some words. But I'm sure that we can come up with some things as well. Just let us know if that's something you need. But these were really well written, so I'm very happy with it. Go ahead and correct them, return them back to us, and let's see another set from you, okay? See if you can kind of get rid of this paragraph and make it a 4-paragraph structure. That's another thing I would also recommend, okay? So, well done. I'll be waiting to see what you write next, so good luck to you.